Hello, welcome. I'm Sharon Martin, and I probably know you already. And yeah, bit of a conglomeration of information. As I said I've had some long conversations actually over this week with 4 different divine feminines where we've chatted. And so I want to thank Lauren and Charlotte and Carolyn and Anna for that. And so it's really helped me to form some general themes, I want to say. And so it's funny because I said to Lauren, it feels like we are in a backlog in February. It's as though if you had a checklist of all the things that needed to happen and you hadn't done them by now, they're pushing up against you to complete them. So a bit like an inventory. So maybe you're having that experience, but it's my sense that that is what the divine masculines are experiencing at the moment. So let me bring up my notes. Do put your name in the chat. Okay, I can close that, but hello Charlotte and hello Stacey. Yeah, so there's been quite a few people who have sent little messages to me or who have begun their sessions with me in this last week of the energies are weird, and they are, and the reason that I believe that they are weird is because they're so electrical. So they have that kind of feeling to them, and they are they feel quite mental. They're very in the head, and also they have this feeling, this sense of not chaos but chaotic. They have a chaotic feeling to them. Hello Fiona, hello Sally, hello Beachweed. And of course, here in New Zealand, well, I feel emotional about it. However, I just want to, I guess, as a precursor to that, it's probably not linguistically or grammatically correct. I want to say that these are the energies of today. This day holds a lot of emotional energies, and I believe that we can play with these in a way that is fit. So they are feeling that it's easy to drop into tears. It's easy to drop into that space where, if you aren't careful, you can plummet into the doom of the abyss. And I believe that it's because this is what we're in New Zealand. You could say we're in the wash of this, and we're in it metaphorically, and we are in it energetically, and we are in it physically. And so while you are all here, hello Billy, hello Carolyn, I wanted to say to you that there's a lot of people saying they're not sleeping. So these electrical energies, they can have a very strong impact on our not sleeping. And then here in New Zealand, we've had the most incredible storms. They're saying in 100 years. I would be not surprised if we've never ever had storms like this in our world. And I encourage you to look at it from all of the perspectives. But this morning, I was moved to tears when I messaged a friend to say, "How are you?" because she lives in the Hawke's Bay and is all well at your place. And she told me this. So she said, "Well, there's some damage to the house, and I have a family staying with me, and they have lost their 2-year-old. Their 2-year-old was washed away in the flood." And so that was the way that I began my day. and the tears still sit there with that. And so I am going to I felt to do this because I feel that I know a lot of you, and I know how powerful you are, and I thought, well, let's cohesively, collaboratively here, collectively, let's do a little bit of energetic work on loss. But I am going to do a video on loss and grief and the soul of the cycle, or the cycle of the soul and death. But this is the reality at the moment, and it reminded me that we are going to have a lot. We're going to have a lot of loss. This will be the nature of this time in our history, in our evolution, and it serves us to be able to not ignore the grief, but to transcend the grief and to look at it from this bigger picture, because the I guess the real bottom line of it is, so first of all, and I haven't sent this to those people yet, but I saw that child. I saw that child as soon as I attuned to it, and I tell you, it's cherubic. Is that how you say it? Who knows how to say that? Cherubic. Anyway, it looked like a cherub in its face, and it had wings, and they were very angelic wings. And what I got from it was, this child knew. This child knew how to find its way already. It didn't even need its two. In the physical world, this child is two. But in the soul level, this child didn't even need assistance on how to get to where it needed to go as soul, because it had its own wings. And there was I'm not saying that there wasn't guidance and wasn't assistance and it wasn't held in love, but it didn't need it. That was what it showed to me. The soul didn't need it. Anyway, the bigger picture of all of that is this evolutionary cyclic nature of the soul, and that when we move through into our new fifth dimensional space, which we are so on the edges of, that there will be many beings, that what I call drop-ins. It's so hilarious how it shows up to me, but Gaia says it will be millions. So it may be that some come in as they show up to me, like dropping in like a parachutist, but without the parachute, and they don't go through the birthing process. So a lot of them come like that. And then the other aspect of walk-ins, which Carolyn sent me a message about, was this idea that the divine masculine, and many others, but the divine masculine are likely to maybe be the sort of trendsetters with this, is that they might drop in some of their higher being, some of their higher aspects, some of their higher dimensional kind of attributes into their physical being. And to me, that makes perfect sense for the way in which I've shown the divine masculine uptake, if you like. It's very, very quick. So that's the kind of parameters around why I am here, and am doing this divine masculine upgrade, or upread, whatever you want to call it, because it's this backlog, as I was saying to Lauren. So yeah, let's just begin with that. I just invite you all to take a breath and place your hands on your heart. And I want you to envisage that you are standing in a circle, that each of us here are standing in a circle, that we are holding hands, that behind each of us is our divine masculine, and they have their hands on our shoulders. There is, I'm winging this, but this is just what I'm being shown. The Divine Masculine's crown chakras, they have a spire, I want to call it, a spire of spiraling gold light that reaches upwards and into a central sphere of gold light that sits up above this double circle. Their heart chakra is connected to the back of our heart chakra. Our heart chakras are connecting in the center of this circle in the physical realm at the heart level. So each of us have this bright, light-filled, golden emanation from our heart centers. And that emanation is filled with swirling rainbow plasma light. And that is forming a vortex in the center. So I'm sure many of you here will be able to see this. That vortex is moving both upwards and downwards. It's drilling into the earth and it's connecting up to the Divine Masculine sphere above. This connects, this unifies. And from this, you could say it's created its own firmament. From the firmament comes a shower, this shower of rain. That is this rainbow plasmic golden light. And it is raining down upon the earth. And every drop of rain is a fractal of that higher light. This higher light, I have some notes about it to tell you today, but it shows up as this cosmic water. Each drop is a fractal of this cosmic water, and this water is this rainbow plasma light infused with gold. And that is being absorbed into the earth grids, and up into every sentient being on the planet, to upgrade them, to up-level them, to uplift them, to balm, to salve. You now envisage that all of the children of our earth are dancing in this cosmic rain. They are in celebration of the arrival of our new earth. They are in the knowing of this. You just feel the power of this energetic creation that we've formed here. Held by our divine masculine.